Tiger Woods animation. There is a Taiwanese tabloid that has created these animations, and they created a couple different kinds, and we decided to take them all and smash them up into one large animation that makes no sense. But it's entertaining, to say the least.
Now, in Taiwan, it's called Apple Daily, and apparently they do these animations for a lot of stories. But the Tiger Woods ones have caught on because the first one involved his wife bitch slapping him.
Right.
Okay, so that was fun for everybody. So now this one has the Mistresses. That's also got to be fun. So let's check it out.
She claims to have over 300 steamy text messages, voicemail, and photos to prove it, including a text in September.
Oh, here it comes.
Quietly and secretly, we will always be together. The two met in Las Vegas in April 2007. 2 days later, they had their first sex. Afterwards, Wood asked her to leave because he likes to sleep alone. The two keep seeing each other
how he shoos
even
her
after
away.
Woods became a father until June 2008, because Woods had knee surgery and had to recover at home. She received a sex text from Woods 2 months ago, and the two began their sexual relationship again. Woods' voicemail last Tuesday saying, "My wife went through my phone and may be calling you," and even asked her to delete the voicemail.
This is Jimmy.
Yucatel lawyer was bargaining on the phone with Woods and finally agreed to $1 million to keep quiet. Reports said the reason causes Woods' hasty decision was during their 5-month relationship, Yucatel saved hundreds of Woods' messages with highly sexual nature. The two were texting before the accident.
I like her
Green
outfit.
questioned Woods and tried to grab the phone. During the struggle, the phone was broken, and so was the vestibule of the house. That's why Woods refused to let the police
I
in.
love how they're just making things up.
U.S. station also report that according to Woods' neighbor Adams, about 2:30 a.m. right after the car crash, his sister heard a commotion and saw the car light shining in. Adams was awake and went outside and saw Woods lying next to the car, and Eileen was talking to them. Woods was unconscious and snoring. Both mother of Woods were there, and the neighbor put a blanket on him. The crash exposed Woods' love affairs. To salvage the marriage, Woods agreed to pay Eileen $5 million. And if she stayed for 2 more years, she'll be paid $55 million more, but must pretend to be still in love and not disclose anything to the public. If she stayed for 7 years, she'll be paid $75 million. Rumors said the rift between Eileen and Mom is the reason breaking the marriage, because Woods' mother demanded to build her a mansion next door, so Eileen insisted to separate the house by water. Last month, when Woods met Yucatel secretly in an Australian hotel room, Woods' mom was dining right downstairs. The relationship happened when Eileen was pregnant. They met regularly and were seen publicly. Woods was also seen in a VIP room of a bar with girls on either side and hands up their skirts. Reports said lover number 2, Jamie Grubbs, not only bragged to friends about the relationship, but also played the voicemail.
Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone.
And received an anonymous phone call.
You are f***ing my husband.
And that was the night of the infamous car crash. Grubbs' ex-boyfriend checked her phone and found out Woods asked to see her and ended the relationship. The first lover revealed by media, nightclub hostess Rachel Yucatel, canceled a scheduled news conference on Thursday. Woods has sent email to Rachel Yucatel saying he dreamt of marrying her but caught her having sex with 2 other celebs. The celebs are baseball star Derek Jeter and actor David Boreanaz.
Oh, he's hot.
Sources said Eileen asked for revision, shortened the 10-year limitation, and Woods had agreed, and has already transferred millions of dollars into her account. The couple has also begun intense marriage counseling at home.
I love the assumptions they make.
Yeah. The news there is a lot more interesting, I can tell you that.
Yeah, and like when the cop comes and he's like guarding the door and he's like, no, the vestibule is broken. Okay, I can't let you in. And then when he wouldn't let her stay the night and he's like, now you go.
Right.
Okay.
And the random mother-in-law drama that I had never heard anything about.
And to that point, though, it's like some of these things are rumors, right? They don't clarify that they're rumors. They just animate them and like, there it is.
Yeah, they
it
report
happened.
it as if it's a fact.
Yeah, they're going to have a mansion and there's going to be water in between. And well, I can tell because it's already happened. Look at the animation. Okay, and then my favorite part might have been the random women with the Chinese accents.
Oh, I know. Did you notice that Woods' mother was eating with chopsticks out of a bowl? Like
Because she's Asian.
Yeah, because she's Asian. She was eating. She eats with chopsticks all the time. What do you mean?
Right. And when it's Jamie Grubbs, she's like, the woman was like, this is Jamie. I'm like, oh, go. And then when he's at the strip club and he's like, and why does he look like Terrence Howard? What? Oh, come on. I need more of these. I need it for every story. Didn't the animation look like him?
It did look
and
like
not
him, you're
Tiger
right.
Woods? All right. Okay, you know what, Apple Daily? Go forward. Give us more of that stuff. That's some good stuff, man.